Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Spring Loaded Football Podcast, where each and every week we discuss the USFL, XFL, fan control football, X League. Guys, we talk it all. Let's bring in my co host for the week, and we're going to start talking with some USFL. What's happening, guys?
Another day in paradise.
That's right. But, guys, we're going to start off this week with a little recap of week 7 in the USFL. Had some pretty good games.
Yeah, there was some pretty decent ones this time.
Yeah.
All right, the first game we're going to talk about, we got the New Jersey Generals against the Tampa Bay Bandits. Of course, New Jersey went over 20-13, locking in their playoff spot. It's a pretty good game, guys, and New Jersey's, they're going to be a threat to hopefully Birmingham in the championship game.
Yeah.
Me and Jared watched this game Saturday, and Jared was a little depressed watching the Bandits play there.
Yeah. I bet they've got talent. They just don't know. They're just out of sync.
They can't finish it.
No.
Can't finish it. Yeah.
Well, I told Jared, whenever they got the ball there at the end and was marching down the field, and I said, it's not going to end well. And Jared goes, well, look at how close they are. And I said, it's not going to end well.
No.
All they needed was a touchdown. A touchdown and an extra point, and they would have tied the game.
But it was a pretty good game to watch. I mean, it was exciting there at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, look at the stats. They're relatively close. Tampa Bay actually leading in most of them,
Yeah. It's shocking.
It's like Jared said, there's a ton of talent on the team. It's just not coming together.
Right. And is that coaching? Is that the players? What do y'all think?
I don't know. I'm going to say players.
I'm kind of going to say play selection, because if you look there at the end, Teamu hit, who was it? Grady, Papali, and somebody else.
Yeah.
He hit 3 different receivers for, 50-something yards?
Yeah.
And then they get down there to the red zone, just can't punch it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which things get tighter in the end zone or red zone, but I don't know, maybe a few runs or something would have.
Well, I mean, that's part of their job is to produce in the red zone. I mean, they know they're going to be there. Hopefully, they should have plays called that's going to at least get them a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if Tiamo's just. I think Tiamo's just. I think we built him up. He's got built up too much. I mean, he's good, but again, it's just making them final plays.
You might be right.
Well, it wasn't just us that thought Teamu was a talent. I mean,
well, everybody did. Everybody.
Every sports show thought that he was going to be the best one in the league.
Right.
But again, I don't know. They're just not syncing together. They're not playing as a team. They're playing as individuals.
Yeah.
Which you got Franklin as a receiver, Papali, Grady as a tight end. I mean, there's a lot of talent. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, something just ain't gelling,
And, the Bandits were picked to be kind of in the higher ups of the USFL, and they're just middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I mean, they pretty much have no shot to make the playoffs. So.
Mm-mm.
All right, guys, let's talk about the New Orleans Breakers taking on the Michigan Panthers. Of course, New Orleans went over 31-27 in a very close game. And, again, the
first
stash
overtime
goes down. Yeah, first overtime, the stash goes down. So, guys, Is this it for Jeff Fisher? You think he'll be here next season?
Only if he shaves the stash.
The real question
If
is
he's
who
not,
comes
if,
back.
yeah.
Who comes back, Fisher or Wilson?
Well, we'll talk about them too, but I don't know, man. I would get rid of Wilson quicker than I would Fisher. Honestly, just me.
Fisher's teams have been competitive. I mean, you look at what they've lost; they're not getting blowed out. They just
Right.
they're not getting over the hump of winning.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing videos of Fisher, being rough on his players and running them off the team and stuff like that, like we do with Wilson.
Yeah.
He's a loud pizza.
Or benching his benching his quarterback. For unknown quarterback. We'll talk about that too. But
Which Fisher has
like I said,
got rid of. Fisher's got rid of his first round quarterback. Wilson's got rid of both his.
Yeah.
But this was a good game, and you got the record field goal out of this game too for the USFL.
Yeah, that's true. And that's a big deal. I mean, you look at total yardage; both teams had over 300 yards. So
and
they're
look at
moving
Michigan.
the ball.
Michigan had 73 plays.
Right.
And they had the ball a pretty good bit.
Yeah, time of possession. Look at it, almost 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look on the other side, and you got Slaughter, who's leading the USFL and passing and all. So,
right.
I guess whenever you're
like I said, guys, I hope Fisher comes back. I hope they don't get rid of him. But
is that just from our Tennessee Titan love from when we were kids, though?
Oh, for 100%. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Brian, or is it the love seeing him in those blue jeans, ripped blue jeans coming into the game?
I think he's liking the hat backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think it's a combination of all of it. The bad boy look, with the ripped jeans, the mustache, the backwards hat, man.
We start talking about the jeans and the backwards hat, and look at Brian light up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like a kid in a candy store.
And here's our game that we enjoyed.
Yeah, here we go. Birmingham Stallions over the Pittsburgh Maulers, 26-16. Birmingham looked rough until pretty much late in the third quarter. And then they turned it on and pulled away. And, here we are with Michigan, or not Michigan, but Pittsburgh. And Lord have mercy.
We started talking about Fisher, and now he's all lost.
Woo! Somebody get that boy a fan.
I got mixed up. Yeah, I know. I need it, man.
But
but like I said, does Wilson finish the
y'all
season?
At Michigan, every team that plays the Stallions is going to come in hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to be the first to knock them off.
For sure.
So the past, 2 games, they haven't started off that good?
Yeah.
That is possible.
The only thing that's been good is the running game. Bo's had over 100 yards both games. So.
Yeah, that ain't even fair to have him.
Yeah. I mean, he's
a grown man.
But you look at the time of possession, total plays, total yardage. Birmingham pulled it off in the late.
Right. It was late, but, I mean, they still won, and a win's a win, and this win locked them into the playoffs. So, the rest of the year they can just worry about getting healthy if they wanted to. I imagine they're going to try to win all of them. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Go big or go home, baby.
And what's so bad is they pulled off 20 points in the third and fourth quarter. So the second half, they just blew them away offensively.
Yeah.
Right. But like
Well,
I
it's
said,
going to be fun to watch Scarber.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's another team. Like we was talking about with Fisher and the Panthers. What's wrong with them, guys? Is it team? Is it coaching? I think it's coaching with Pittsburgh for sure. I think
Oh yeah,
he's lost the
100%
team.
coaching. He's lost the
Yeah.
respect of the team and everything.
Yep.
And they got talent.
Oh
They
yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
it's
Every
just
team does.
them not thinking.
Well, they beat the Gamblers.
Yep.
I mean, the Gamblers.
Well, that's another. That's another story.
Yeah. You just got no one to hold them and no one to fold them. All right.
And they folded it.
Big time.
Yeah.
They cashed out.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
And speaking of the Gamblers.
Oh, well, here we go.
Yeah, here we are. Philadelphia Stars going over the Houston Gamblers 35-24. Another loss for Kevin Sumlin and his team. Again, another coach we had a lot of high hopes for, and I think everybody did. And something ain't right in Houston via Birmingham. But
Well, they got probably the most talented team of all of the one-loss teams, but it's I don't know. I don't know if it's because someone's more of a defense.
I mean, look at fourth quarter. Philadelphia put up 22 points. That's enough to almost beat them anyway.
Yeah. All they needed was that and the 3 points right there in the first, and they got it won.
Yeah.
The second quarter, they didn't even have to show up.
No. So, I mean, again, is it coaching or is it players or is it a little bit of both,
Which you can't say. I know the defense gave up 22 points in the fourth, but they've been a really good defensive team the whole year. It's just I think offensively they can't get it together.
Well, I mean, you look at total yardage, not even 200 yards, and, that ain't going to cut it.
Yeah. 51 plays, my goodness.
51 plays for 200 yards, that's what would that average out to be?
That's getting 3.9 yards per play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not good whenever you're trying to pass.
Mm-mm.
No, that's just not good.
Yeah. So who do y'all think will be the first one to go? Sumlin, Fisher, or Wilson?
Sumlin.
I hope it's Wilson, just out of spite. I don't like him, I don't guess, but I think Sumlin's probably the first to go too.
Sumlin's got such a good name, though. I mean, he's a publicly known name.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Fisher's a big name.
Yeah.
What you got? Well, yeah.
Wilson's not. So.
Yeah.
I would like to see Sumlin come back just to have another chance because of what he done with Manziel and all that at A&M. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
I mean, he was a heck of a coach.
I mean, do you call Manziel and see if he'll come play quarterback for you? Get him out of the FCS.
Not the league that lets you tote.
You can pick up Terrell Owens too.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, apparently he can still make the plays.
Whenever you can pretty much
we got traded from his team.
And then they make
after you score a touchdown, though.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, Manziel ain't leaving that league.
No.
That'd be like the Mean Machine trying to lead the Texas Penitentiary League.
Right. Yeah.
So we're ready to talk about the players of the week.
Yeah, let's look at the offensive player of the week from the New Orleans Breakers. We got Kyle Slaughter, uh, 15 to 24, passing 182 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, leads the league in passing. This is probably the best quarterback in the league. Is that what y'all thinking?
I think it's because he's cheating with that black face mask.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't
they don't want
they can't
nobody
see his
seeing.
eyes.
Let's take
Yeah.
that off of him and see what he does.
That's right.
Make him take it off this week, USFL.
That's right.
And
For Birmingham. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's get rid of that, shall we? Hashtag time for a change right there.
That's right. And here we go with the defensive player of the week from the Houston Gamblers. You got Donald Payne, 9 tackles, 6 of them were solo, 1 tackle for loss, 2 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. Probably the best player on Houston's team.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
And they lost. You look at the stats,
And they lost. Yep.
Something's not right.
Was that the?
I mean,
was he the one that was smoking during practice a couple of weeks ago?
I think it was.
Was it? I think it was him.
I think it was him. He was trying to bring back smoking.
Yeah.
Hey, no pain, no gain, baby.
You, kids.
Nope. No pain, no gain,
baby. He switched to cigars for this game.
Yeah. And special teams player of the week, Cole Murphy from the Michigan Panthers, went 4 out of 5. He had a 60-yard field goal, which is a USFL record, and he went 1 for 1 on extra points. But a 60-yard field goal, man, that's big in any league,
Yeah.
So good for him.
Especially USFL, where they've had problems all year kicking.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to thank his long snapper, too. His long snapper had to get the ball to him.
He didn't have nothing to do with it.
So what's the percentage of yards for the long snapper there, Jared?
Hell if I know. Ask his Pee Wee coach.
Yeah, that's right.
He was good in the locker room.
That's a callback. Yeah.
Do we give credit to the long snapper for 10 yards at least of that 60-yard?
Yeah, let's give him 10 yards on that. And maybe
he probably don't have a name on the back of his jersey.
And he probably made it since Brian ain't down there at the end zone doing his little.
Yeah,
it's good.
Trying to catch it. Yeah,
no distractions for him.
That's right. Oh, yeah. They blocked it off. I can't get down there. Here we go, guys. Some playoff clinching scenarios. Philadelphia will clinch a playoff spot with a win against the Michigan Panthers. They have a good chance of doing that. Seems like everybody else has. The Breakers clinch a playoff spot.
Hang on,
hey, it's true. Breakers clinch a playoff spot with a win against the Stallions and a Bandits loss versus the Gamblers. That's going to be a challenge. Birmingham's going to put up a fight. Bandits will probably come out over the Gamblers. We don't know. Again, everybody else has, it seems like. So
here he goes again.
I'm just going to ask this, Brian, just for you. Who do you think has the more likely scenario to
Philly.
That was pretty quick here.
Yeah. Philly's going to beat them pretty good, I imagine. Michigan will probably hold them, under 30. So
they'll hold them to a good 40 points.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They might even have to play 4 quarters. So, but they're Philly's going to be motivated. They're going to be motivated to win, and they're going to do whatever it takes to win. If that means scoring 60, so.
Well, you look at the second half part of the Breakers, a Bandits loss to the Gamblers. That's a tough challenge of its own.
Yeah.
Besides the Breakers trying to beat the Stallions.
Right.
Yeah.
Which one of the two
Which
probably
even if
happened, but
even if the Breakers lose to the Stallions and the Bandits end up winning against the Gamblers, there'll be a different set of scenarios next week. New Orleans will probably still make the playoffs, is my guess. I think we'll see New Orleans and Birmingham in the playoffs.
probably not so much needing a new scenario for the North, though. I figure that one's going to get cinched up.
No, it's locked. Yeah, bet your house on this one. They're winning.
Brian the Greek up there. Lock of the
That's
week.
right. That's right.
If you got money and you're near a casino, go bet on them. Brian's saying they're going to win.
So that means
call your bookie.
Call your bookie.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, it's the Colonel and Coach here from the Spring Loaded Football Podcast, wanting to tell you about the launch of the website, springloadedfootball.com, and the loadedsportsnetwork.com. Here's where you can find links to where you can find the show, our YouTube channels, and all the podcast availabilities. And it's pretty cool, ain't it, Coach?
Oh, yeah. Like it and love it. And then we got some blogs, too, on there, too, do we not?
Yeah, there's blogs on the Loaded Sports Network one. Especially like we got Loaded High Score with Ike, and we got Bruiser Brian. So it's all on the Loaded Sports Network. SpringLoadedFootball.com is just going to have your links to the show and where you can find past episodes and archives. So, guys, check it out. Make sure you share it with your friends, and we're going to head back to the show. All right, guys, let's talk a little fan control football. Week 7, shaping up with the playoffs and everything. Let's bring the guys back in. We'll talk about Week 7. Well, guys, here we are, Fan Control Football, Week 7, shaping up the playoffs. We'll talk about that after we go over the scores and the standings. First game, we had the Board 8 Football Club losing to the Kingpins 20-24. Should have been Stars losing to the Glacier Boys 20-28. Knights of Degen losing to 8-0 Key 30-36, and the Zappers going over the Beast 42-38.
Jared,
so guys, this right here is gonna unmute yourself.
I like to mute.
This right here is gonna set up their playoffs, and we can talk about that too.
What's crazy is the Zappers made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, all it took was getting rid of T.O.
They was making touchdowns, though. For one.
Well, they wasn't winning. So
now they can light it up.
Yeah. All I know is I've watched this on the app all the time, man. I wish I could go to one of these games.
The coach over there trying to call plays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I forgot how many points I'm up right now.
The bad part is
here we
ask him about whenever your team ain't playing and being able to call plays.
Yeah, that's bull.
Here we are with the final standings for the Fan Control Football League. Board Apes went 5-2. Knights of Degen 4-3. Should have been Stars 4-3. 80 O'Key 4-3. Glacier Boys 3-4. Kingpins 3-4. Zappers 3-4, and Beast went 2-5. So this right here sets up their playoffs, and we can talk about that too. But do we know who plays each other? Do we know that yet?
I haven't seen who's playing each other. Now I know.
I'm logging on my app right now to see if it says anything.
Yeah.
While you're looking, we'll go through. The Zappers have made the playoffs.
Yeah, here we are.
That we've been talking about.
Right, playoff bound. Right, Zappers making the comeback.
The Board 8.
Doing it for Harambe. All power to them.
They're going to be champions.
Hey, that's my team right there.
That's not a shocker.
That's it.
Harambe.
Brian's team made the playoffs? How do you say
Yeah, the
it,
team
Brian?
I can't pronounce. I think it's 8 Key. I'm not sure. Good for them
We,
though.
we've heard a lot of different names for them through the year.
Right. Yeah.
And then last but not least, the should have been Stars.
Yep.
And they're
So that's
looking
going to
to
be your
repeat.
playoff teams. Oh, really? They're going to repeat? Wow.
If they win, they'll repeat as champions because you remember they were the Wild Aces last year.
That's true. Yep.
And they won the championship last year. So should have been Stars could
Okay.
repeat as champions.
All right. Well,
And I'm just
we'll
not a
see.
fan of
We
those
don't know.
jerseys.
No, they suck. But we don't know who they'll be playing or anything. But it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to try to actually watch these playoff games and the championship game instead of just clips here and there.
Well, the hard part for us is most of the time during the games the USFL's playing.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Well, look, I mean, maybe if Pittsburgh's playing, we can definitely watch fan control football. So
that's your free time.
Yeah, and the fans and the team and everybody's, so. Coach, you got anything pulled
teams
up?
over there trying to call plays.
I can't find nothing on it. They ain't released it yet.
Well, we'll get back with everybody and tell you what the playoff picture looks like. These are the teams that have made it. But just check out the show next week, and we'll talk more about it if we got any new information. All right, guys, everybody, let's talk about our picks in the USFL. We'll go over Week 7 and what we have going forward in Week 8 and our season results. So let's bring the guys back in, and we'll let Coach go over what we picked. All right, Coach, you want to go over Week 7?
Well, this is going to be the easiest week of football ever. Week 7, we all took the Generals in the first game, and I think we all got a W. Big old W. Brian chugging a beer every time I say W.
He's going to be lit after this little segment.
The second game, you got New Orleans. You got New Orleans, and we all took New Orleans. And guess what? Another W. Where you at, Brad? And then third game, we all took the Stallions, and of course, a big W. Let me do a little sound off for the Stallions. There we go. And then the last game, of course, but of course, the last game, we all took the Stars. And guess what? Another W. So it looks like we all went, 4-0?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is after halftime now. This is pregame.
I'm happy about this week.
Yeah.
And speaking of last week, let's just look here at who's 500. Let's get to that first, shall we?
Still got a long way to go, Wayne.
Hey, the king of mediocrity.
It reminds me of my high school report card.
Not that good.
Not that good, but I'm getting there.
Oh, my goodness. But let's see. We all went 4-0. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way on last week. But overall, the Colonel is 21-7. Wayne is 14-14. He is broke even.
500, baby.
Thank God. The coach, that would be me, is 21-7. So me and the Colonel are currently tied. And then good on Mr. or Mrs. Boss Hog is leading the pack 23-5. We got to do something.
But to quote Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last.
Mm-hmm. And I sure do love Fig Newtons.
I'm more of a little baby cake fan.
And if you don't like Big League Chew, then nobody gonna finish it.
You can put a whistle in there.
Then
Yeah.
you. But on to this week's. You got the Generals versus the Maulers, and it looks like everybody took the Generals, of course. You got to love the insurance.
You got to take them. I mean, they were 8.5-point favorite over the one and whatever now Maulers. Let's just not even finish the second half of the record.
All I've got to say, people, is even though I took the
Bad.
Generals, I still believe in pizza. I believe pizza can change them. The Maulers can do it if they have the pizza power. I mean, look at the Ninja Turtles. Look how far they went.
Pizza can change the world. Right there. Words of wisdom from the coach.
You got to have faith in the pizza.
One slice at a time.
I mean, spice it up. Throw some anchovies on it or something, you know. Hey, pineapple.
The coach is going to end world conflicts with Little Caesars.
Jag straight.
Yeah.
Stuffed crust.
Hey, now, we can't get up in the expensive stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But moving on to the second game, you got the Birmingham versus the New Orleans. The Colonel, of course, took Birmingham. And Wayne over there going with a little breaker motion. The coach, me, took Birmingham. And then good old Boss Hogg taking New Orleans. Listen, we don't know who Boss Hogg is, but I think Wayne does because y'all picking the same stuff almost.
I've just become great now.
Yeah.
Since I've hit 500, I've hit my stride.
It's downhill from home. Okay. As long as we got that.
But this is the closest game point spread for the week because it's 3.5 Birmingham favorite. So this is going to be the game to watch.
I got feeling they can do it. But again, y'all made some good points.
They've done it every other time.
They're wanting to save, do they want to save their players for the playoffs and everything? And I mean, it's a possibility. Anything can happen. Yeah. I mean, they've done got their spot.
Yeah, for sure.
And as Brian said, there's no real seeding for the playoffs because it's all at a neutral site. Yeah. So you're not going to get home field advantage, which is kind of a shame for Birmingham.
Boo.
Yeah,
for sure.
But they're already in, so what does it matter?
Right. So, I mean, you definitely want to go undefeated, but there's no real victory in doing that other than bragging rights. And it would be better just to take a loss and go into the playoffs stronger and win the championship.
Yeah, you definitely want your players healthy and not risk people getting injured for the win.
But you got to think about it. We're in Alabama. It's an Alabama team. We go big or go home.
Yeah.
This could be the greatest team since the 72 Dolphins.
With Joe Montana. Joe Montana. But moving on to the third game, you got the Stars versus the Michigan Panthers. The Colonel, Wayne, and me all took the Stars, and Boss Hogg is having some mixed emotions right now because he took, or she took, no, we don't know, the Michigan Panthers.
I think Boss Hogg scored a touchdown in the FCF with that pick.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't understand it. Does he or she know more than we do? But
no.
Just judging off the last 7 games, there ain't no way I'm going to take Michigan, especially against Philly.
Especially with Philadelphia wanting to lock down a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be.
That's all they got to do is just win.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you look at the point spread, 6.5 point favorite for the Stars.
Yeah. And
the over-under is 47.5.
They'll score 30.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to, guys.
Is this going to be the Colonel's confidence pick?
That's right. Colonel's confidence pick. Call your bookie, bet your house, sell the kids, bet on Philly. So,
Well, moving on to the last game after that little confidence pickup, brought to you by the Colonel, sponsored by the Colonel, and only the Colonel will know.
He needs to do a sponsorship for Blue Chew with that attitude.
You darn straight.
that's
If
right.
it don't make you rise, it'll make you go up. No lie.
We've lost Jared.
They're not a sponsor. Yeah, guys are
No,
not a
they should
sponsor.
be.
So. But they should be.
Moving on to the last game. So you got the Tampa Bay Bandits versus the Houston Gamblers, and I mean I don't know about y'all, but this really is a hard pick. Both of these teams have got the talent, and I mean the Gamblers could win it, you know, and Tampa Bay can win it. I mean it's a shot in the dark for me on the picking because I got a
One
feeling
of them has
Houston,
to. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Well, the odds makers are picking the Bandits as favorites by 5.5.
Wow.
But I mean, like we've talked about, both of these teams have got the talent. The problem is, can they, come together, play as a team? For goodness' sake. I mean, that's both of them's problem.
Whoever wins this will come out of this game with the confidence boost for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I mean,
for sure.
They both. Who have we not watched? Who have we not gone and seen? I can't remember.
Breakers and Gamblers.
Breakers and Gamblers. So I mean, we've watched Tampa Bay. They have got I know they have the talent and everything. They've had some good catches. They gave Birmingham a run for the money, and it was a good game.
16-10.
Yeah. And I mean, it kept us on the edge. I mean, we about had how many heart attacks?
I don't know, but I think my heart rate monitor on my iWatch went up to like over 130 there for the fourth quarter.
Right.
Of course, we had to hold you down because we said do not jump up until they score a touchdown, and you're already up before the ball's even there.
Brian was part of that reason too, because Brian wanted to jump up
that's
just
true.
as much, and then his mojo fed me.
His mojo fed him.
That's true.
Mojo.
Yeah, my heart rate was definitely up into the triple cheeseburger range, So.
With a fried egg on top. You gotta love that.
Hey, everybody, let's check in with Coach and see what's going on this week in the news at Coach's Corner.
This week's headline: the Generals and the Stallions have clinched the playoff spot after their wins this week. In other shocking news, water is wet and the sky is blue. What you gonna do when the Stallions come for you? That was off the top of my head. I'm sorry. But, hey, Stallions in the playoffs and the Generals got to like the insurance. Go out and get it. It's good insurance. But, hey, let's go Stallions. But, more on the news. Michigan and New Orleans made history this week, not only for first ever overtime game in the USFL history, but the Panthers having an additional win-loss record as the Detroit Lions as well. Save the style, Detroit Lions. About 50-50. The USFL playoff race is underway. Unfortunately, the Maulers, Panthers, and the Gamblers are stuck in the starting line. All right, boys, we're going into this race. We're going strong. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Y'all can start anytime. The Maulers coming up dead last. But More on the news. The Stallions are in the record book for being the first team to win against all the other teams in the USFL. Roll Tide. They are now attempting to break Bill Goldberg's win streak record of 173 wins, according to head coach Skip Oates. All I know is, I got to say it. Go, Bert! Go, Bert! I mean, hey, you got to love wrestling. But it's going to be hard to beat it. If they will come in with a jackknife powerbomb off the turnbuckle with a Nacho Man Randy Savage slap to the face with an elbow drop, Stallions got it every time. And the famous words of the Colonel, it's good! But that's all we got from the newsroom. Y'all stay classy. I love every one of y'all. Keep liking us, shares. Tell your friends, tell your family. Back to you, Brian.
All right, guys, it's going to do it for this week's show. We appreciate everybody for listening. Continue to share and like the YouTube channel and everywhere you listen to the show. The YouTube channel's exploded, keeps growing each and every week. Check out our websites at springloadedfootball.com and the loadedsportsnetwork.com for all the links and a little bit of extra. And guys, we'll see you next time.